Given that Goku has Super Saiyan 4 and has had it throughout Dragon Ball Super, many fans wonder why he didn't use it during his fight with Beerus. He made it plain that his full power was Super Saiyan 3, and now that Dragon Ball Daima is over, Goku claims that this is his final form and that there would be no more transformations after this. But it is evident at the end of Dragon Ball Daima that he lied to Beerus and concealed Super Saiyan 4 the entire time. Or is this a totally other timeline in the manga? Goku claims that even though I've had this the entire time, I haven't been able to activate it yet. However, because this is meant to happen 2 years before Dragon Ball Super, it still doesn't make sense. I'm practicing for it, and I presume Neva is unlocking some of his potential, similar to what Guru did for Gohan, which gave Goku the tiny boost he needed to accomplish the form. The reasons behind Goku's inability to utilize Super Saiyan 4 throughout the series. As I was creating this film and examining the footage from Daima and the Battle of Gods, I thought, dude, look how far we've come in the animation. Like literally an episode of a Dragon Ball? We have a few possibilities here, so let's speak about them. The first theory is that Daima will actually have a sequel, possibly going into season 2, because the anime looks 20 times better than a freaking movie, which is just amazing. That's just a failure and a huge testament to the quality of Daima, especially when you look at these side by side. Season 2 will have to explain why Goku never enters Super Saiyan 4 again. They never said that it was caused by Neva or that the transformation was limited to the demon world. They never mentioned that Goku can't do it alone. Thus, it appears that he possesses this power. However, in the Battle of the Gods film, he decided not to utilize it. He informs Beerus, "Do you really want all of my power? I don't want to offend you, but could he have been holding back his final transformation just in case?" Then he was introduced to the idea of Super Saiyan God, and he thought, well, wait, there's another form, let me just skip 4 and go straight to God. Personally, I think the design of Super Saiyan 4 is much better than Super Saiyan God, which is basically just a recolor. However, I think it would be kinda cool if they somehow made Super Saiyan 4 the actual Super Saiyan God form, though they won't do that. Even though they use a lot of the same color scheme, I don't think they're related in any way. For a brief moment, they displayed all of the Kais on the screen, and on top of them was Gowasu, a character from Dragon Ball Super. Many fans think that this proves Daima is a character, especially if they're showing Gasu. In Dragon Ball, they also showed us all of these different time rings, and another fan theory is that each of these time rings represents a parallel timeline in Dragon Ball for things like the Truck Saga and GT, etc. Each of them would have their own timeline, and maybe this Super Saiyan 4 Daima and Goku together, they resemble Xenogoku. Maybe this is Xenogoku's story or something similar. We didn't learn much about Super Saiyan 4 other than the fact that it's a bonus form that Goku had been training for after Buu, and that I'm stronger than Super Saiyan 3. That's about all we really know about it. They could explain it as the multiverse theory, different timelines, or something like that, but it's a pretty lazy way to fit everything together. We didn't hear anything about it draining your stamina like crazy like in Super Saiyan 3. You would think that if Goku had this in him, he would use it constantly unless it was weaker than Super Saiyan God. Instead, Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan God are far more effective forms that drain stamina less. He simply chooses not to use it in Super because it is just that bad. The other possibility is that Toriyama forgot, which is a very common occurrence in Dragon Ball where there are a lot of plot holes and things that don't add up or make sense. They did a fantastic job in Daima of explaining a lot of things, but perhaps one of the most significant aspects of the entire series, Super Saiyan 4, is largely left mysterious. Since it is a quote-unquote side story, some fans seem to believe that it is similar to the original Dragon Ball Z movies, which are entertaining and thrilling to watch but not canonical within the main continuity of the story. However, based on everything they said about Daima, it seemed like this was a canon side story, and I think that almost all fans thought of this canon up until the transformation of Super Saiyan 4. Goku specifically wants to return to that shop to pick up some of the Metab bugs, those bug senzu beans, because he says that they're running low on senzu beans, which means that he is hinting that he is looking forward to the future. As a result, I believe that there is a very good chance that we will see a continuation of Daima, whether it be a season 2 or, more importantly, a movie spin-off. This leaves us all with a lot of questions about Dragon Ball Super. I feel like they want to continue this somehow and give us Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta for that extra hype, and maybe if we get a season 2, Goku and Vegeta will explain why they no longer use the forms. There would have to be some sort of downfall, and they would have to explain why they never used it again. They seem to be trending toward near-complete fan services these days, and everyone wants to see Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which we did not get in this series. But now that Toriyama has sadly passed away, Toyotaro is taking over the Dragon Ball Super manga, which is scheduled to return this year. He may be tasked with figuring out why Goku and Vegeta never used Super Saiyan 4 throughout the entire Dragon Ball Super story. At the end of the Daima, they also revealed reveal that there are two other third eyes, and then the entire show ends and everyone says, please don't bring us another overpowered invincible demon guy who is weak as hell. Then he just inserts this eyeball and becomes power of a god. But aside from that, I'm not sure what else they could explore in the demon world, besides that island with the Maggoths or whatever they were called, the super giants. We haven't explored that island, so there might be some kind of extremely powerful giants there that Goku could battle as an Ozaru or something, but I highly doubt it. I believe that they are primarily trying to generate hype, and they don't even feel the need to explain Super Saiyan 4 or Dragon Ball Super, because there were so many things to learn. The fandom went crazy with theories about it, and they literally never gave us any explanation or even the slightest hint of information. This seems like one of those things that will simply make fans go nuts. It's difficult to say whether Daima is canon or not because Goku has Super Saiyan 4 for the entirety of Dragon Ball Super and just uses it. Even during the PB War tournament, when he was going through his forms and sort of recharging, he never used it against Beer, and never used it with any kind of explanation or possible reason why fans are left wondering. If Broly were to receive Super Saiyan 4, I believe that would be awesome, because it seems like the ideal form for him. Additionally, we saw that Broly is in Dragon Ball Super Hero, and Goku is helping to train him, so maybe that will be his form. Piccolo has an orange Piccolo, and Gohan has his Gohan Beast. Broly has the fabled Super Saiyan, while Goku has the Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta has the Ultra Ego. However, he may go beyond it in Super Saiyan 4, which is how we got Super Saiyan 4 in the series continuity. I'm interested to know what you guys think overall. I believe that everyone liked Daima, and we like seeing Super Saiyan 4, but fans who are having trouble understanding this are currently in a bit of a pickle.